Okay, what's up YouTube? I'm doing this video today. It's about PSE position, and it's a few questions that I've been getting on my last video I did, so I want to address some of those questions. I'm gonna try to address as many of them as I can. I'm driving right now. I'm not at the computer. I can't see them, but I'm gonna do my best at trying to get these answers out so y'all could get a general idea of whatever answers I could provide. But anyway, it was one question about how to become a regular PSE instead of just a holiday PSE clerk. Now, it is possible because it's people that I've worked with, like some seasonals from last year who became regular PSE clerks, and now there's two of them now. They regular clerks, regular career, and they became career within 1 month. It took me 2.5 years, but anyway, that's besides the point. One thing that a seasonal clerk would want to do is speak with the managers or the manager. If you had like a sub office, speak to the manager, because they only usually have one. But if you had like a plant, then they have several managers. But speak to the manager and let them know that you're interested in becoming a regular PSE clerk and not just a holiday clerk, and what you would have to do to become a regular clerk. I think that you would have to go through training, because I know here in California, well, Glendale, Sierra Coastal, that's the district, the seasonal clerks didn't go through training. I don't even know if they had a drug test or not, but they didn't go through training. And that's one thing I noticed about the regular clerks and the PSE clerks, the holiday clerks. The regular PSE clerks went through the training. Like I had to go through the week training and stuff, and the holiday clerks, they didn't know nothing about training. They didn't even know that they had to do it. So that's one of the steps. If you did the training, you did the drug test, you did the interview, and if you did the training, the week training, you shouldn't be a PSE clerk. I mean, you shouldn't be a holiday clerk at all. You should be good. But if you haven't did the training, then yeah, you are a holiday clerk for sure. But check with the managers. You should be able to find out how you can start that process. One thing you can do is, like after December, go back online and start looking for those PSE positions again, because they post the regular PSE positions after the holidays. If you get August, if you do the application like around August, get the interview like in August, and start working in November, most likely is for seasonal. But if you like get an interview in July, June, or earlier in the year, most likely is regular PSE clerk. Now, another question was, how much do they make? And I know it's more than what we started at. I started at $15.32. That was years ago, and now it's $17.19. Thanks to one of the viewers who had left the hourly rate for the PSEs in Michigan. Now, one thing about the post office jobs, whatever you make in Michigan or in California or in New York, it's the same everywhere. So if you're gonna start at $17.19 like she's starting, I think I don't know if she's in a plant or if she's in a sub office like I am, but it's the same. So you would start at $17.19. So you'll be starting at $17. Your benefits, you have benefits as a PSE now. When I was a PSE, they didn't have no benefits at all. But you get benefits now, which that's cool. That's some cool shit. And dental, I'm not sure about dental. I don't know. And another question was, is the job hard? Well, it all depends on where you're working. If you're working in a plant doing mail processing, I never did mail processing, I don't know. But I do distribution like early in the morning, sometime 2 a.m., sometime 4. And I probably work, that's like tomorrow. I start at 4. With my schedule now, because I got a set schedule, so I'm 4 a.m. to 12:30. And I probably work until like 8:30, just working, throwing the partials, doing the letters in the magazines, which we call flats. So I get all that stuff prepared for the carriers to take out to their routes. And it usually take us from I would say 5 a.m. is when our first truck come, to 8:30. Sometimes some days, like Wednesday is heavy, Monday is heavy, Tuesday is hella light. But some days we might be working until almost 9 o'clock. But after that, it's a piece of cake. After everything is done, the carriers is out on the street, it's a piece of cake. You got a lot of chill time, really. Compared to other jobs, it's a piece of cake, man. I can't see how somebody can call working at the post office a lot of work. And you would like it. Once you learn it, you would like it. It's cool. I'm not going to say everybody, but most of the people would like it. They'll like the shit. Now, as a PSE in the CCA, you will get a hell of a lot of overtime. A lot. And your schedule is not set. You don't have a set schedule. So you have to be flexible. Because one minute you could be working at 4 a.m. and then the next week you could be working at let's say 12 p.m. Like 12 p.m. to 8:30, some shit like that. And I don't know if they do it at every post office, but when I was a PSC, I had to do what they called a split, which was I would work 4 hours, then I get a 4-hour break, then I come back to work for about 4 to 6 hours, depending on if I'm closing up or not. So yeah, you don't have a set schedule. So if you only can work certain days of the certain hours of the day, good luck with that. They might work with you, I don't know, but good luck with that. And that's something you probably would want to let them know during the interview. But PSC, CCA, you pretty much got to be flexible. Every Sunday, expect to work every Sunday and holiday. Us regulars, we don't got to worry about that. We get the holidays off paid. Now, it is some holidays that the PSCs get off. I think like Christmas. And I think they get it paid now. I'm not sure if the PSCs get that holiday paid or not. I think it was in the new contracts that they do. But it's only like New Year's and Christmas, I think. That's it. Not Thanksgiving or nothing like that. But anyway, so yeah, you don't have a set holiday. I mean, you don't have a set schedule. But if you are a regular PSC clerk and you are working, let's say what they call 365, you're working a whole year. You would work a whole year, and at the end of that year, you would get what they call a break, where you get 5 days off. And they do an evaluation to see if they're going to keep you on and have you come back to work. 9 times out of 10, if you're there for a year, yeah, you're going to come back to work. Pretty much, you are going to come back to work because they're going to let you know, hey, look, you're going to have your break, come back on this date. Because you already know the ropes. You know everything. If you've been there a year, you better know everything. If you don't, you just dumb as rocks. You need to kill yourself. But, yeah, and like if you working a 365, you pretty much in. You good. You ain't gonna have to worry about shit, and your schedule will be more set than flexible because they'll be used to you coming in at a certain time, and they'll be used to you knowing what to do at that time. Some offices, some cities like Glendale, if they need help at another office in Glendale, they might say, hey, can you send a PSC over here to help us out? So you might have to do that. If you don't have a car, that's cool. You can use public transportation. They don't discriminate on that type of shit. And One thing that all PSEs and CCAs must know, this is important. If you feel like you're being harassed or they trying to work you too much, you can call the union. You have rights to become a union member after 3 months. But if you haven't reached your 3 months, you still can call the union, and you quite possibly can get support if you feel like they harassing you or working you to death, or treating you unfairly than other people. Don't just quit because you feel like you messed up. And like this one guy, a CCA, he said he messed up on his route, delivered mail to the wrong place. Mistakes happen. You don't know the job, mistakes is gonna happen. So you have leadway. Some supervisors might try to get on you tough because of that, like you supposed to be a machine and not make mistakes, but it's a leadway. Mistakes happen. Now, if you've been a carrier, a CCA, which is a city carrier assistant, or a RCA, rural carrier assistant. If you've been a CCA or RCA for 3 months, you should know what the hell you're doing. You shouldn't be making those mistakes like leaving mail. That's because leaving somebody mail is important. That could be somebody check for their rent, and the person that in a place where you leave it could be in some fraud shit and steal those checks and get that money, whatever. But mistakes happen, and if you are new and you feel like you're being pressured, that pressure could cause you to make mistakes. So talk to somebody. Let them know, hey, look, this supervisor, he's hassling me. I feel like he's targeting me and all of this, because everybody that starts a new job is prone to make a mistake or two. Nobody's perfect. Even those supervisors. And one thing about the supervisors, a lot of those supervisors don't have the proper training they should have. Because a lot of those supervisors are CCAs or PSEs themselves who haven't became a full-time career supervisor yet, who haven't went to training and all of that. So don't let them intimidate you. Don't go off on them, like don't put their ass in check or nothing. You know, do it right. Okay, all right. And you let them know, hey, I feel like you harassing me. I feel like you targeting me. Let them know that shit. They'll back up off of you. You let them know, and then call the union. Get the number from one of the union employees. Call the union, and just get some advice. And that union rep, 9 times out of 10, will come and speak up for you, and they're gonna give you some papers to join the union. But anyway, back to like what I was saying. There was another question about what was it? Oh, is the pay the same no matter where you go? Yes, the pay is the same no matter where you go. So if you are in California, you're gonna make the same as you do as if you was in Texas or Las Vegas. Now, we're in Nevada. Now, the cost of living in California, everybody knows, is like ridiculous high. In LA, of course, is ridiculous. But if you're in Nevada, then the money you would make in LA is the same as you would make in Nevada. So you would be able to live more comfortable in a place that's have a lower cost of living. So like the one girl who left me that much needed information about how much they start at 17, 19. She's in Michigan. In Michigan is pretty much damn, what the fuck is you doing? You stupid black ass nigga, get off the phone. Well, I know I am, but damn, I'm making a video. This nigga texting. But anyway, you would be good, especially if you're a regular PSC. Man, can you imagine making $17 in Detroit and with them cheap ass houses out there, or in Maryland or Virginia or wherever is cheap? Man, you would be good. Me and my wife both work at the post office, and living in LA, we good, we okay, we ain't hurting, but it would be nice to enjoy that money a little more. That's why we moved to Victorville, California. Way cheaper than LA. It's 83 miles away from where I work, but the travel is worth it, man. We got all the money we need, really. But anyway, yeah, you make the same amount of money. It's cool. The job is cool, man. Just stick with it. And if you get laid off, like at the plant, if you're a mail processing clerk or a PSE dock clerk, like at a plant, from what I hear, my understanding is, if they lay you off, they call you back the next year. If they do that 3 times, after the 3rd time, they automatically give you your 365. That's what I heard from one of the clerks at the plant where my wife worked. As a matter of fact, that's what happened with my wife. But anyways, yeah, let me know what y'all think about this video, man. Leave a like, drop a comment, whether it's negative, where I don't care. Just as long as you leave a comment, I like to read y'all comments. And I hope I answered the questions as good as I could. So I hope I answered all the questions that people was asking me, which I know I didn't. But anyway, I'll try to make another video. And subscribe, man. It's free. It's an option. So, you know, hey, it's all good. Until my next video, I'm out.